You need to know when to stop pursuing a girl. I know you feel like she's the one. I also know that if someone doesn't return your love and affection, you need to do yourself a favor and split. Welcome back, my name is Jessica. This is my YouTube channel. So this video highlights 5 legitimate reasons why a girl you like wouldn't want to date you, and signs you need to stop pursuing her immediately. The problem with dating these days is that there's so many rituals and hoops that guys have to go through before they can establish that they are in a relationship. You may think that you and that girl are technically an item, but she might not be on the same page with you. Just because you made an effort to pursue a girl doesn't mean that you've got the relationship in the bag. Sometimes a girl can't make up her mind or is just too nice to tell you point blank that she has no intention of going out with you anymore. So why should you stop pursuing a girl? Before you decide to use these signs as a guide to cut all ties with a girl that you like, you have to look at things from her perspective. I mean, really, why wouldn't she want to date you if you're such an amazing guy? I've got some theories. Number 1, you're not her type. Sorry, but that's the truth. Just because you're rich, nice, maybe even have an amazing body and maybe funny, doesn't mean she automatically will like you. Mind you, if she's had a couple of experiences with men in the past and may be looking for characteristics beyond what I just mentioned, anyone has a typical preference for the person they want to be with. It's usually attributed to the environment in which they were brought up or exposed to. Some prefer a specific race, body type, height, or even a certain level of intellect. If she's hard to please and you don't pass her standards, pursuing her is a moot point. Number 2, you're a rebound. Not everyone is comfortable with starting a relationship if they're still attached to the remnants of the past, right? The reason why they aren't willing to go through with dating you could be because simply they're still not over their ex. And it's something you absolutely must consider. Number 3, it's not that deep for her. Sadly, this is true for some women. A girl might string you along just for fun or just because they're bored. She may be a big flirt or an attention seeker. Either way, her show of affection for you never runs deep. She's playing games and she likes how you're responding to it. Number 4, she's too nice to say no. Girls with this type of mindset should probably realize that it's more damaging to prolong the agony of the rejection instead of just telling a guy to move on. They'll allow you to court them, but will make no promises. Such a girl is honestly leading you nowhere, yet doesn't want to hurt your feelings, so she'll rather just be nice and have you think whatever you want to. Sad truth, but it happens. Number 5, when she says no. Stop with all the no means yes nonsense. I mean, if a girl is trying to lure you in with reverse psychology by telling you that she's not interested, respect her words. Now, this is the reason why so many women feel harassed, because their suitors think that they're just playing hard to get, and that may not be the case. If a woman wants to play mind games with you, call her bluff. She'll probably end up pursuing you once you stop calling her, or stop reaching out. So now that these are established, what are the signs that you need to stop pursuing a girl you like immediately? Listen, some men find it hard to distinguish between a girl who's not interested and a girl who's playing hard to get. She may or may not like you, but you'll never know unless you really open your eyes. Look out for the following signs and stop pursuing her immediately. Number 1, when she replies to texts, DMs, and emails with closed answers. Let me break this down for a moment. Don't mistake this for the popular passive-aggressive letter K that she sends you when you send her something. I mean, the girl doesn't even respect you enough to write a full okay. At this point, please note that she's merely entertaining you and things are really not how you think they are. When a girl's not interested, she'll do everything she can to stop the conversation in its tracks. Don't entertain that. Number 2, when she's always busy. You should respect a person's priorities, especially if you're not in a relationship with them. If there's a lot going on in a girl's life, then she probably isn't ready to date. A woman who really likes you will voluntarily shift some things on her calendar to accommodate you for brunch, dinner, whatever activity you have lined up. Number 3, when she only says yes to dates that have the best perks. You know, you invite her to something down the road, she'll say no. But if you have front row tickets to her favorite concert with her favorite musician, she'll free up her calendar at the speed of light. Anything outside that, forget about it. Such activities are not impressive to such a girl. Bottom line, if she's going to hang out with you, you must be offering something she can't offer herself. Number 4, she agrees to a date but cancels last minute. You may notice that something always comes up right before your date. Now, it's understandable if the girl is absolutely unlucky when it comes to scheduling meetups. However, if this has happened more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, take a hint. She's not into you, so stop pursuing her. 5, she's always on the phone when you're together. Now, this is the age of smartphones. People are always on their phones, right? The same should not be applied when you're on a date. Now, the reason why she's so interested in her phone when she's with you is because, well, she cares more about what's happening on it. So unless you can post her photos on IG and live tweet your date with her or for her, you're pretty useless at that specific point in time. Number 6, she never picks up your call when you call first. Look, you can come up with all the excuses in the book. When a woman never answers your call when you call first, it's simply because there's someone else who has her attention. It's either that or she's up to something she doesn't want you to know about. How come she never answers your call on the first attempt? Mind you, in the previous pointer, we talked about how she's always on her phone when she's with you. If she can't put down her phone when she's with you, when she's home and alone, she'll most likely have her phone close by or with her. So not answering your calls when you call is a downright shady move. If you're not lucky, she won't even return your calls for days at a time. Which brings us to my next pointer. Number 7, she doesn't read your messages for a day or more. So unless the girl you're seeing is adamantly against technology, there's no reason why she wouldn't be able to receive or read your messages. She saw your text. She just doesn't want to reply or start a conversation. Never make excuses for such a woman. If she's technology savvy and likes social media, she'll have time to respond to you if she likes you. When you start to see these signs, stop pursuing her immediately. Number 8, she's feeding you breadcrumbs. And I don't expect you to take this pointer literally. If she's entertaining you just enough to keep you interested, but will not commit to anything meaningful over a period of time, I'll tell you straight, this girl's up to no good. Women have a way of giving you just enough to keep you coming back. By giving you scraps of attention, she manages to keep you hanging on because she's probably keeping you as a backup until she finds the one. When someone breadcrumbs another person, they give them just enough attention to make them think they like them. But that's all it is, just crumbs. Don't entertain it. You're being used at this point. Number 9, she sounds uninterested. So indifference is one of the reactions that are easy to decipher. A person who's unenthusiastic is easily recognizable. Her glassy eyes, her monotone voice, the general appearance of boredom when you guys are on the phone, these are definite signs that she's not interested. She's also probably not rejecting you because she thinks, well, it's too much work. My guy, just give this girl a break. Number 10, she never initiates anything. Now, maybe you don't notice it at first because you're blinded by love or lust, whatever it is. But after a while, you start to realize that she never initiates texts, calls, seeing you, etc. Now, sometimes you feel like if you didn't reach out first, you may never hear from her again. Hint, hint. Number 11, she talks about setting you up with other girls. She probably has a lot of friends, but she's suddenly telling you that she thinks you and her friend would be great together and that the two of you should meet. Then she's wanting to push you off to this friend of hers and not keep you for herself. Now, this is a no-brainer. If she felt you were good enough for her, trust me, her friend wouldn't even get close, much less her recommend her friend to you. The other end of this stick is when she starts calling you brother or bestie. Listen, if your intentions are to end up in a relationship with her, you're on different paths. Stop pursuing her. Number 12, she talks about other guys. Similar to wanting to set you up with another girl, she also talks about other guys with you. This is her indirect way of telling you that you've been friend-zoned. She's telling you that she's much more interested in these guys than she is in you. A perfect scenario is when she can text you and even send you pictures about a really cute guy she just met. It's over for you, bro. I have a video that talks about how to get out of the friend zone. I'll put a link in the description below. Check it out. Number 13, she blows hot and cold. So this might confuse you because sometimes she seems really into you and then other times she's really uninterested. She might just like the attention from you when she's blowing hot. And if she's blowing cold, then maybe she's getting attention from numerous other guys. And that's a fact. Number 14, she always has to check her schedule. Now, if you ask her to hang out or even go out on an official date, she frequently uses the line, I'll check my schedule and see if, I'll hang out with you. But the problem is she always forgets to let you know. She just conveniently forgets about it. Take a hint. Number 15, she avoids physical touch. Now, if you're sitting on a couch or walking alongside each other and she makes sure that she keeps a distance between you two, I mean, she doesn't initiate hugs or any other physical touch, my guy, she doesn't like you that much. Number 16, she prefers to see you in groups. Now, she might have actually said yes to hanging out with you or to a date, but she always wants to bring friends along, or she invites you anywhere that you can be sure there will be groups there. She does this because she's trying to avoid hanging out with you one-on-one. Listen, I've got a video that explains why she brings her friends on a date and what you can do about it. If you're interested, watch it and see what pointers you can take. Once again, I'll leave a link to that video in the description below. And that pretty much ends it. But in conclusion, should you stop pursuing this kind of girl for good? A girl who's showing all the signs I just mentioned? I believe so. I mean, you put in a lot of effort in trying to get the girl you like to like you back. But you have to know when it's time to give up. Some girls are worth the wait, but a lot of them don't want the guys they're not interested in to bother waiting. Don't sell yourself short because there's at least one girl out there who'll appreciate the attention that you give them. You shouldn't settle for someone who doesn't want the same things that you do. That is just a big waste of your time. I mean, wouldn't it be sad to realize that you didn't notice the girl who liked you because you were too busy chasing this other chick who didn't give you time of day? Give your love to a woman who actually wants it. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, smash the like button, and I'll catch you in the next video. My name is Jessica. Peace.